So let us start discussing about this question number 5 and 6 that was given in the homework. See, look at this question, and we have a few adjustments also. So let us start. You must have written first net profit 69,000. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
now tell me expenses disallowed. In the head of the expenses disallowed, what all items you have written? Office salary, yes or no?
No, ma'am.
General expenses?
No,
No.
ma'am.
Okay. Interest on capital?
Yes, ma'am.
3,000. Okay. Bad debts
Yes,
reserves?
ma'am.
Yes,
5,000.
ma'am.
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Depreciation?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No. Advertisement? No.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Fire insurance premium? No. Because it can be related to your factory, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Donation?
No, ma'am.
Why no?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
This has to be disallowed, no? Donation, gifts,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
this is completely disallowed. 5,000 disallowed. Advance income tax?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, disallowed. Sales tax paid?
No, ma'am.
No, because sales tax means related to your business. If it is paid, it should not be outstanding. Okay. Income tax for year 1920?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, disallowed. Okay, now come to the adjustments. Allowable depreciation is 10,000. So first you have to disallow 15,000. Have you disallowed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. General expenses include furniture purchased worth rupees 2,500. These are my general expenses. See, these are my general expenses 8,500. Out of
Yes, ma'am.
8,500, you have purchased furniture. See, if you tell me that furniture is for office, then too it cannot be shown in the P&L because furniture is my fixed asset, and assets
Yes,
are
ma'am.
shown on the balance in assets are shown in the balance sheet, not in the P&L. Okay, so general expenses include furniture purchase 2,500, which is capital expenditure. It is asset, it is not my expense. I know it is my expense, but ultimately this furniture has to be shown on the asset side of the balance sheet. So ये आपको discard करना पड़ेगा. You have to disallow. So how much is to be disallowed? Tell me. How much is to be disallowed?
300.
How much?
2,500.
Very good. 2,500. This amount has to be disallowed. Second adjustment. Because general expenses are okay. But in the general expenses, furniture is included. The expense of the furniture which is included will not be shown in the general expenses. Okay. So 2,500 will be disallowed. Okay. Next adjustment. Office salaries include salary paid to Mrs. X. Means wife of X. And X is the owner of the business. See? X is the owner of the business. Following is the profit and loss account of Mr. X. That means wife of Mr. X is also working in the office, and she is drawing the salary of rupees 3,000. Okay. See, office salary include salary paid to Mrs. X 3,000. Mrs. X, um, 3 and 6, two amounts are given. Office salary
Yes,
include
ma'am.
office salaries include salary paid to Mrs. X. It should be only one amount, no? There are two amounts, 3 and 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, I will tell you. I have this question somewhere else also. So you need to wait for 2 minutes. It is 3,000. It is not 6,000. Okay. It should be office salary includes salary paid to Mrs. X rupees 3,000, and Mrs. X BCom. I mean, she has passed. She has completed her degree, that is BCom. Writes the accounts of the business. So when Mrs. X writes the accounts of the business, she becomes the employee. I know she is the relative of Mr. X, but if she is doing some work in the company, so she is liable to get the salary. No, she is eligible to get the salary, and she is getting 3,000 rupees, and that is okay. That is not excessive payment. See, excessive payment to the relatives are to be disallowed. It is not an excessive payment. She writes the accounts of the business. No, she is an accountant. She's working as an accountant in the business, and she's helping her husband. Okay, and therefore she is getting salary of rupees 3,000, and that is okay. That is not excessive payment done to Mrs. X. Is it clear, everybody? Is this point clear? Please cut down this 6,000 rupees. I mean, you cannot cut it, but now you have to ignore this 6,000 rupees. It is a printing
मैम
mistake.
डिसअलाउड नहीं करेंगे ना फिर
No,
3,000.
disallow. No, no, you don't have to disallow. Don't do anything because it is a reasonable payment that is done to Mrs. X. It is reasonable payment. If it was any other employee, you would have been paying to that employee also rupees 3,000, rupees 4,000, because that is a minimum payment that you have to do to an accountant. So that's a reasonable payment and it is not excessive, therefore it is allowable. If it is allowable, it should be shown in the on the debit side. Yes, it is shown on the debit side because he says it is included in the office salary. Included means already shown in the office salary. 3,000 is already included in the office salary, and let it be. Don't disallow. Okay, so we will write a note for this point. For this third point, we will write note. Last, in advertisement include 2,500 for the advertisement done in souvenir of political party. I told you that day only. This is the only advertisement that is to be disallowed. Advertisement in souvenir of political party. So tell me, 2,500 have, yes. So I hope you all have disallowed it. So what is the total of disallowed?
मैम 40,000.
Okay, 40,000. Next, less expenses allowable. How many expenses are to be allowable? Look at the adjustments. Look at all adjustments. How many expenses are to be allowable?
Depreciation 10,000.
Only first. Very good. Depreciation 10,000 outer column. But minus है इसीलिए you have to put a bracket. Okay. Next, less incomes not related. Tell me how many income adjustments. Do you have any incomes in the adjustments?
No ma'am.
No. Therefore, you have to only look at credit side. What are the credit side incomes? 3 incomes are there. Interest on bank deposit, interest on company deposit, refund of income tax. See, refund is never an income. Therefore, this thing has to be taken out. Interest on company deposit, this is income. But it is not related to, what to say, business income. Any type of interest or any type of dividend will always be in the head of other sources. It will always be income of other sources. See, income of other sources are shown in the income of business P&L. So is it okay or we need to take it out? Tell me.
मैम लेस करेंगे.
Yes, we need to deduct. We need to take it out. Already shown in the P&L, no? But these things are not related to P&L, business P&L. Okay, so these are the incomes that are related to other sources. Head of other sources, the next chapter that we are going to do. Okay, so this income less 4,100, interest on company deposit also less 7,600, and refund is never an income, therefore 1,000 will also be deducted. All these, tell me what is the total of all these 3 items?
12,700.
Okay, 12,700. Now last, add incomes to be shown. It is only in the adjustments, but in the adjustments, no income is disclosed. only expenses are there. Therefore, nil. Outer column nil. So get me the
Nil.
final total.
मैम
Get me.
86,300 इतना ही आया.
Yes, it is correct. 86,300 is correct. Okay. So maybe if anybody was having doubts.
3,000 ले लेते ना, उसमें आंसर नहीं आ रहा था.
अच्छा ओके, इसके लिए नहीं आ रहा था. तो आपको जो थर्ड एडजस्टमेंट है ना, उसका नोट लिखना पड़ेगा कि 3000 हमने डिसअलाउ क्यों
Yes,
नहीं किया. Why didn't we disallow? Because it is a reasonable payment done to a relative. It is not excessive payment. If it is excessive, then you have to disallow. Okay. Write down. 3000 paid to Mrs. X. 3000 paid to Mrs. X, wife of Mr. X, wife of Mr. X, is a reasonable payment. Is a reasonable payment and not excessive. Is a reasonable payment and not excessive. Therefore, it is not to be disallowed. Therefore, it is not to be disallowed. I mean, हम disallow इसको नहीं करेंगे. Okay? ये क्लियर है सबको? अश्वती बेटा, आपने
yes,
chat, you have written in the chat box, no? You have doubts. So
Yes,
I hope,
ma'am. I'm clear with that.
is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So let me know if you have any other doubt, huh? So now we are discussing with
Okay.
question number 6. Mr. Sunny owns a soap factory at Pune. Following is the PME prepared by him for the accounting year 1920. See, look at this. These are the expenses on the debit side, and we have one income on the credit side, which is related to house property. So definitely this will be taken out. Okay. Now next is we have a few adjustments also. Okay, one by one we will see. First, net profit, which is, oh my god, net profit is not given. So tell me, what is the net
मैम
profit?
20,000.
अच्छा, वो यहाँ चला गया.
Yes,
वो
ma'am.
यहाँ चला गया. Okay, so 26,000 is the net profit. ये वाला amount, the one that I have highlighted. 26,000 is our net profit. वो इस तरफ चला गया. It has gone to this side. Okay, it's just a printing mistake, nothing else. Okay, so tell me, what are things that are to be disallowed? Sales tax incurred during the year. Is it okay or to be disallowed?
Ma'am, okay.
Okay. As of now, okay. If there are adjustments, we will read it later on. As of now, okay. Advertisement, okay. Bonus, okay. It should be paid, huh? Bonus, sales tax, all these expenses should be paid. If it is outstanding, then it is to be disallowed. Commission, okay. Depreciation, okay. Donation to National Defense Fund. Tell me, is it to be...
Not related to it.
so what you guys need to do for donation? What you guys need to do?
Add करेंगे.
Disallowed.
Yes, add expenses disallowed. Very good. Embezzlement by an employee. Embezzlement means when when employee takes away the cash. I mean steals the cash. He is stealing the cash. Okay. When he takes away and steal the cash, that is known as embezzlement. चोरी करना. वो चोरी करते ना, steal करके लेके गया, चोरी करके लेके गया. Okay, when employee steal away the cash, that means it is known as embezzlement. So, because employee is taking the cash without asking, without permission, okay, so that is related to your business. If anybody else was there, then I mean, it was another question then. But now employee is taking away the cash, no? Therefore, it is related to your business loss. It is related to your business expense. Okay, so we don't have to disallow. This item we don't have to disallow because employee is related to business and employee is stealing the cash. Therefore, let it be as it is. General expenses, it is related to business. Salaries to staff, related to business. Office expenses, also related to business. Discount to retailers. Retailers are my customers. And if I'm giving
Yes, ma'am.
discount to my customers, it is related to my business. Of course, definitely it is related to my business. Sundry expenses related to my business. So let me come to adjustments now. Now look at this point very carefully. Very, very carefully. Sales tax paid during the year was 400. That's it. Sales 100. Sales only 400 was paid during the year. Paid means paid. And another amount will be outstanding. See, very clear, very simple point. Only you have to understand, and then you will be able to solve it. See, the total amount of sales tax incurred during the year is 2000. I can see here in the P&L. But in the adjustment, he says sales tax is paid during the year is 400. So out of 2000, only 400 is paid. So how much is outstanding?
1,600.
600. Very good. 1600. So now you tell me, paid amount is disallowed or outstanding amount is disallowed?
Ma'am, outstanding amount.
Outstanding wala amount is disallowed. Many students have an habit. The amount which is there in the adjustment, we always disallow that, na? The amount which is there in the adjustment, usually we disallow that amount. But right now, please read the adjustment very carefully. The adjustment says sales tax was paid 400. The amount which is paid will be allowable, will be okay. Will be okay. Let it be in the P&L. But in the P&L it is 2000. Out of 2000, 400 is okay. Out of 2000, 400 is okay. Which is not okay, that is 1600 rupees. The amount that is not okay is 1600 rupees. So that has to be taken out. Come on, write down. In the add expenses disallowed, you need to write outstanding sales tax. Outstanding sales tax. Write it in the bracket 2000 minus 400 paid. 2000 minus 400 paid. So in the inner column, you will write 1600. Very simple. So how simple it is. Okay. Now, next. Are you done with this? Are you guys done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next point. Total bonus paid during the year was 8,000. Debited in the books of account. Yes, correct. Total bonus is 8,000. Can you see in the P&L? Can you see in the P&L? Yes, is it there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is there. So he says total bonus paid during the year was 8,000. It is paid, huh? It is paid. It is not outstanding. The one which is shown in the P&L is paid. And listen very carefully. And 11,000 provided in the previous year, preceding means previous year, but paid in the current year. See, 8,000 was paid in the current year and it is shown in the books of accounts. Yes, definitely it is shown. We have a proof in the P&L bonus 8,000 is there. So in the books of accounts on the debit side, we have bonus 8,000 which is paid. Something which is paid is okay. So 8,000 is okay. Don't do anything with 8,000 because it is paid and it is shown in the P&L on the debit side. So that's okay. That is correct. But what he says, 11,000 which was provided means provision was made that we will pay in the future. That is known as provision. Provision means something which we are going to pay in the future. Okay. So 11,000 provided in the previous year but paid in the current year. So 11,000 also to be shown on the debit side. Have they shown 11,000 bonus which is paid in the current year? Have
No,
they
ma'am.
shown? No. So that is something to be shown, to be allowable. That is the expense that we need to allow. Why? Why we need to allow? Why we need to show? Allow means show. Why we need to show? Because it is paid in the current year, but it is not shown in the P&L. Therefore, we need to make it. Therefore, I mean, we need to show it because they have not made an attempt to show it. No, even if it, I mean, if it is paid, I know, even if it is related to your previous year, you need to check that it is paid in the current year. No, if it is paid in the current year, you need to allow it and show it in the P&L of the business. But it is not shown in the P&L of the business on the debit side. It is not shown. See, check. Total bonus should be of 19,000, 8,000 plus 11,000. But bonus of 8,000 is shown, 11,000 is not shown. Therefore, 11,000 is the bonus to be shown in the P&L because it is paid in the current year. And because they have not shown it, we will allow it. We will allow it means it less expenses allowable in the next heading. So please remember, when we will come to the next heading, we will write bonus of the previous year paid in the current year 11,000. Please remind me, okay? So do you have any doubt related to 11,000? Do you have? Please clear it out then.
No, ma'am, no doubt.
Okay, okay, very good. So 8,000, I think related to 8,000, you don't have any doubt. You must not have any. But if you have any doubt related to 11, please ask me then. Okay, next adjustment. Office expenses include 1,050 rupees paid as bribe. What is bribe? What is bribe? Bribe is रिश्वत. वो हिंदी में नहीं कहते
Oh,
हैं? हाँ बोलो अनु.
yes, ma'am.
हाँ बताओ क्या बोल रहे थे बेटा?
क्या मैम?
अभी आप कुछ बोल रहे थे ना बेटा? नहीं ठीक है. अच्छा, ब्राइब. ब्राइब का मतलब क्या होता है? ब्राइब मतलब रिश्वत. ओके, सो इट इज ब्राइब दैट यू आर टेकिंग. I mean, to do something, you are taking extra money from somebody, no? That is known as bribe. So bribe is 1,050. Tell me, bribe is legal expense? It is illegal activity, no? Huh? Tell
Yes,
me,
ma'am.
it is illegal activity. And illegal activity is if you charge any amount of bribe, it is related to your business. It is your business expense.
No, ma'am.
No.
No.
Therefore, it is to be disallowed. Bribe is never a legal business expense. You cannot show it, and you have included in the office expense. So in this amount, it is included. Where are the office expenses? Here, this one. In 5,000 rupees, 1,050 rupees is not okay. So something which is not okay, take it out. Write down. Add expenses disallowed. Office expenses include bribe. 1,050. Inner column. 1050. This is to be disallowed. Next, general expenses. Here are my general expenses, 5,000 rupees. Okay. General expenses include 1,000 being municipal taxes paid in respect of house property. Is this 1,000 rupees related to business expense?
No, ma'am.
No, it is related to house property. That means personal expense. If it is personal, it cannot be shown in the P&L. But they have included in the general expenses. They have shown in the P&L. So take it out. To take expenses out, we need to add. We need to add. Okay. So you need to add 1,000 rupees as municipal taxes in respect of house property. Okay. Now tell me, what is the total? What is the total?
4,650.
Okay. 4,000. Please repeat again. 4,000.
4,650.
650. Okay. Next heading is less expenses allowable. So you have anything which is to be allowable? You have anything which
Yes,
is,
ma'am.
yes,
Bonus.
bonus of 11,000. Very good. So bonus of 11,000, write down bonus of previous year paid in current year. Where are you writing? In the heading of less expenses allowable. Bonus of previous year paid in current year. Paid word is very important because it is paid, it has to be shown in the P&L, and they have not shown, therefore we are showing it. Okay, so less expenses allowable में जाएगा bonus of the previous year paid in the current year, and if it is only one amount, then directly put it in the outer column. I think it is only one amount that we need to allow, because second adjustment was to be disallowed, third adjustment was also to be disallowed. Only 11,000 rupees is to be allowable. Therefore, put it in the outer column in the bracket. Next heading, less incomes not related to business and profession. Only one income is there, house property income on the credit side. Tell me, is it related to your business income? Is it related to your business income?
No, ma'am.
No. Therefore, completely disallowed. Shubham, you are back?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Mhm.
network issue.
Okay, okay. So, house property income will be disallowed. 5,000 will be disallowed. Okay, I mean disallowed means less incomes not to be shown. Less incomes related to other, in other heads. Okay, so you need to put it there. 5,000 in the bracket, outer column. And the adjustments, no income is there. Okay, so last heading, add incomes to be shown, and you need to check adjustments in the